Well, hello, hello, sweet friends. It's Friday. Hello. It's game day here for us with football. It's Friday, October 13th. Oh my goodness, 10 a.m. Here to do some live crafting and chatting with you guys, get to know you a bit. I'm going to you can see there's a huge shadow of me over the table, and that's not nice. So I'm going to shut this big light off so that you guys can see. Can you see better? Yes, that's so much better when I come over here. Well, if you come on in, whether you're live or you're catching the replay, I would love, love, love to hear from you. So please make sure that you do say hello. There's Kim saying hello. Good morning, Kim. Hey, Jennifer. How's it going, friend? It's Friday. I'm done with coffee. It's only 10 a.m., but I'm done with my coffee. I have been for at least an hour. Ready to move on with my busy day and happy to share an hour or so of that with you. So thanks for being here. We're going to work on this gorgeous book that we've been working on. And I have to say, a little bit of a big apology. One of you emailed me or messaged me somehow and asked me about this book and when it was going to be available for sale, telling me about your mom's birthday coming up. And I have to apologize profusely because I cannot find that message anywhere. So, you get notifications on your phone. So it pops up over my phone just as like an overlay on my screen showing that somebody messaged me, and I saw a few keywords. I cannot find that message anywhere to respond. So I don't remember who it was that messaged me. So if your mom's birthday is coming up and you messaged me about this book, please message me back. I haven't responded because I can't find the message. Has that ever happened to you? Like, I know it's there somewhere. I have looked everywhere I can think of. Can't find it. Hey, Missy. Gannon is home. He's still in bed, actually. He's homesick again. Sore throat. Thankfully he hasn't had a temperature yet, no fever, but sore throat, coughing, all that. My whole family is dealing with bitty colds, but it's been bad enough for Gannon the last couple of days that it's kind of kept him home from school. He slept most of yesterday, so he may do the same today. We'll see. But thank you so much for asking about and wishing us good health. I appreciate it so much. Miss Ann. Hey, Missy. How are you, darling? Oh, Missy, reminding me of something else that we talked about. I know it's Friday the 13th. Can you believe it? Missy commented yesterday on something. It was my post about becoming a Facebook subscriber, inviting anybody who wants to join us. I go live once weekly with Facebook subscribers now. And it has been on Mondays since football started, but we are going to go back to happy hour on Fridays, live with me. We do either crafting, we read the love letters, or we just chit chat. They do get some other things happening in that private hub that's just for subscribers. Anyway, Missy said to me, am I still a subscriber? And I said to her, it doesn't look like it. I can always tell just by looking at your comments because it's like a little badge shaped like a banner. And it has it's teal, and it has a heart in the middle. When you have that next to your name, that means you are a Facebook subscriber, paying $1.99 a month to support the page and support me and give back to the Crafty Chicks community so I can keep doing what I'm doing and sharing with you. So thank you to everybody who subscribes. As a perk, there is a private hub for subscribers, and that is where I connect with them weekly live, just with them. It's just for them as a way of thanking them, and it is really nice because we get to know each other a little more intimately than we can on the public page. Hey, Paula, good morning. Hey, Jerry from Texas. Welcome. I love that you're a subscriber, Ann. Thank you for always supporting me and my family and the page. To Ann and all of you who are doing that, thank you. Okay, I wanted to show you a couple of things. So congratulations to Cheryl. Cheryl is the woman who was the high bidder on the little gift book that I made. I'm going to show you real quick. Let's put this book aside for a second. So made this on Wednesday for Watts of Love Wednesday. Every month I do one Wednesday a month dedicated to Watts of Love. It's a nonprofit organization that helps bring solar powered lights to people who are in darkness, either temporarily through storms, natural disasters, or that's the way they live. That's just the way they live. They have no electronic light power sources in their house, so they burn kerosene and wax. Anyway, Watts of Love does amazing things, and Chakator has partnered with Watts of Love to raise money for that effort. So every month, one day a month, Watts of Love Wednesday, I dedicate to that endeavor. This past Wednesday, I made this book for Watts of Love Wednesday and auctioned it off. Auction ended this morning, and Cheryl was the one who was the high bidder. I just want to show you this idea that I had. So like a little gift book with the holidays coming up, little pocket here that has in it a Chocator little paste stirrer. And then I made little pockets on each page, and each one has a different colored paste packet in it. But these little pockets also fit gift tags, you guys. So you can slip in and out of these pockets, really anything. I was saying tea bags. This would be such a great little gift, handmade gift item that you could stash in there. You know, a pair of earrings if it was your, granddaughter or your daughter and you wanted to give her some new earrings to cherish, or jewelry. It could be any kind of jewelry. It could be gift cards. It could be a combination of those things. Bag of tea, like tea bags. It could be anything. I put paste packs in there, and then there's a mini squeegee in the back pocket, that stir stick in the front. And Cheryl Kelly was the high bidder on this little booklet. Thanks everybody who joined me when I made it. Supporting Lots of Love. Thank you to everybody. The shout out prize winner for the last month was Susan McMichael, and she is one of the many people who have donated to Watts of Love through my chalk site. When you place your order, you can either round up or go and make a flat donation. Or win the auction, and your name goes into win one prize a month to one of those giving hearts. I just randomly pull a name just as a way of saying thank you for supporting Lots of Love. Isn't that fun? It's so cute. It's so cute. I'm glad she grabbed it, and I left the cover plain so that if she wanted to use it to gift to somebody else, she could totally do that this gift giving season. Maybe she'll want to keep it for herself. I don't know. She can do whatever she wants with it. Hey, Joyce. How are you? Gina's here. Jana, I appreciate the support. Thank you for being a subscriber. And thank you for the prayers. Okay, one other thing I want to show you. I'm going to shut the heat off first. Okay, hold on. It's North Dakota and I'm cold. I have 3 layers on. I have a tank top. Then I have this like tunic hoodie type thing. Well, it doesn't have a hoodie, but mock neck thing. And it's a Firebird shirt because it's game night, Friday night, and it's senior night. We honor the seniors tonight, which my son Lennon is. I just threw on this cardigan over it because I'm freezing, and I turned on a little space heater. So I had to go shut it off so that you could see in here. Hey, Roslyn. Stephanie, hello. I want to show you quickly too. I just updated, and let me make this camera bigger there so you can see it better. Just updated the welcome gift for the Craft Therapy Club. Members of the Craft Therapy Club, when you join the Craft Therapy Club for the first time, it's my private membership group, you get a welcome gift. And it has been a bundle of napkins. This time it's both rice paper and napkins. And we use those napkins inside the group during this coming next few months. So I wanted to show you, this is the rice paper that is the welcome gift. So when you enroll, I don't know if you guys know this, but that's why I wanted to just share it with you. I just updated the napkin bundle to include a piece of rice paper and all of these napkins, and I'm going to show them to you. We use these napkins in the next few months because we do 2 napkin crafts every single month in the group. I'm not sure if you know this, that's why I'm sharing it with you. And when you are a new member and you join, I send you this bundle in the mail as a welcome gift. Those of you who are not new members, you can buy this napkin bundle with your discount code from the website. It's very inexpensive. Okay, so the rice paper is 1. We always have to have a floral. So I kind of want you to see them each individually rather than piling them up on each other. It's just a visual. It makes it easier for you to see. So we've got, of course, we have to have a floral. This one's beautiful pinks and blues and greens. And then we're really focusing on kind of winter landscapes, winter scenes. And so this mimics, I did a video recording of a napkin project a few years ago, and it still gets a lot of views. And it has a snowman in the middle of town with a bunch of kids around it. And I cannot, always asks me, where did that napkin come from? I don't know. I can't find it, but I found this one and it reminds me a lot of it. So this is one of the napkins that comes in the welcome gift if you join the Craft Therapy Club. Here's another one that's just so darling. I wanted to get you closer so you could see them better. We've got Santa on the rooftop. He's got his little map out. It's so cute. He's got his map. The reindeer looks so happy. There's another one. We got some chickadees with some poinsettias on a snowy branch. This one is more fall based. It's called Witching Hour, but I just love the fall pumpkin with that gorgeous hat on it and the owl in the corner. Love that one. I have. That's been around for a while. And this one is that fall lantern that you guys have seen before. It's a watercolor pumpkin lantern. I actually have done with a couple of these when we had the Napkin Lovers Club. We had used those napkins for some projects, and I could absolutely share those videos as well if anybody wants to see them. They are beautiful. Thank you, Carol. But that is the current welcome gift if you decide to join the Craft Therapy Club. Okay. We are going to work on this beauty today. I'm going to do a quick flip through. Much of it is selfish. It's for my own use. I need to be able to see, where did I leave off? Like where did we leave off? And I know that we left off with this page. One of you had sent me a napkin. This napkin. And I wanted to incorporate it into this book. So we tore off a few pieces and just put it on this coffee stained paper. That's where we left off. And that was still kind of tacky and wet. So that's where I ended the last video working on this book. But let's do a quick flip through because I think we're going to finish this book today. And well, the inside anyway. The cover, I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm going to cover the cover with some lace. But we'll decide that later. I always do the cover last. That's just kind of my jam. That's the way I do it. All right, so let's do a quick flip through and see what this book is all about. Now, this is the book using this paper set, the digital download from Blossom Paper Art. That's the name of the store. Whoops, on in Etsy. That's the name of the store. And I started this book during Junk Journal Jamboree on October 5th is when we started this book because it was her kit that we were highlighting. So if anybody's wondering, the floral papers basically come from that kit. Hey, Denise, how are you, friend? So, and I love true junk journaling is using things that would have gotten thrown out. This is from a calendar that in 2020 that I didn't use all the pages of. So I've been tearing them out randomly and putting them in my books. They fit just perfectly. This is from a book that I own in my own stash, a book page, coffee stained papers that I made. This is from the kit. Here's a paper bag. I buy a lot of wine, girls. This is a wine bottle bag. I have to get it. I'm going to put a little tea. I meant to grab a tea bag packet in that little teacup pocket. I'm just trying to see where do we need to do stuff. Here's 3 pockets stacked up. I'm trying to find the pages where, like in here, I might do something. And in fact, that might be where I put some more of that napkin. I'm looking to see, this needs something in it. This is the other half of that wine bag. And I made it a little flip out and I paper clipped it so that it would stay in place, you know, and it wouldn't be messing with this flip out because we have 2 flip outs on that one page. A pocket with a tag. Looks like something could happen in here. Something could definitely happen in here. We need something decorative. I've got this envelope, and actually anywhere where you have lines can be used as journaling spots. I may want to put this in here. So let's stick that there. Another book page. And the book page was an odd shape, so it didn't quite fit in my book. It was long and skinny this way, but I wanted this photo, this piece of artwork. Let me see if I can find the other side of it. Hold on, girls. Here's the other half of it. So if you can see, that's kind of like the full picture of that. That's that one page sewn into but I wanted to keep that upright so that we could see it real well. So I had to cut this down in a funky way. So it was a little bit shorter, but this is junk journaling. It's the beauty of taking things that would have gotten thrown out. This was a printing mishap and I covered up some stuff with washi tape that didn't print out correctly. So we do have, like, this page could use something, a little something, something. Although it's very pretty. I like to half decorate my pages in my books. That has some metallic. Oh, can you see that? That is coffee dyed legal paper. And I added some stenciling with some I think it's actually a spray, metallic spray. I do like to half decorate so that it's not, I put little lace pockets in the front and the back so that the book has some things in it, but it's not so completely full that whoever gets the book in the auction can add more to it if they want to. They can either add photos, tickets, travel stubs, and receipts. If they're trying to, it's a keepsake for a travel journal or travel, or, you know, like a vacation. If it's wedding photos, you can stuff wedding photos and the invitation and clip all those things in here. And it's, to me, it can be used as a form of scrapbooking, special times in your life. Kim says she buys her wine by the case, so she has no wine bags. They always wrap mine in wine bags. Each bottle gets its own little bag, and then they put them in plastic bags at the store that we have locally. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Kitty, thanks for being here. You're welcome. I'm so glad you learn a lot. That makes me happy to hear. Okay, let's grab then. Or wait, hold on. I got to grab my bin, and I'm going to grab from my bin. Look at, I was using this paper recently. It was the cover of this book that I made. That book I was just telling you about. And this kind of matches this book completely. So let's maybe use that today. So I have my bin system. And my bins, I usually label them right here. This one I just haven't had time to do it, actually. And I use the bins to keep track of the projects that I'm working on. So all of the rest of the parts of this book that I have not used in the book yet, like this envelope can get used somewhere for sure, they go in the bin. I have limited time every day to create and to play with my stuff. So I create and play, especially with you guys, for an hour. And then when I'm done, to clear off my table, I put all of the stuff for this project back in this bin, and it goes up on the shelf. And then when I want to work on this book again, all of the itty bitty parts and pieces that came with the book are all together. So we are going to be using those today for sure. Oh, I have that little bit. There's just all the little scraps of things that are left over. They go in here because if I can find a use for them, I absolutely will. Okay, so I want to make some fabric clusters today. I was testing some, this is a napkin on top of a piece of scrap of fabric. I was testing the glue to see how well it worked, textile glue. And it worked beautifully. And then I thought, well, maybe we could use this somehow in one of my journals. Question, that's how I roll. Let's see, this bin literally just fell off of what it was sitting on onto the floor and opened up. So I'm kind of going through it to remind myself, what do I have in here that could be used? I could make more pockets out of things like that and things like this. This was a printing mishap, I think. Again, I'm looking to see what can I find in here. What little tidbits can we use? Oh, this was going to be a belly band, so we better get that in place. Okay. Let's work with what we got on the table here. Who's crafting today? They are 12 by 12. Yes, Jana. They are in my Amazon store if you're looking for them. They come in a set of 5, and each one is a different color. So if you like to color coordinate. Hey, Vicki. Kimberly's here. Jana's saying she's addicted to sprays and stains. They're so fun, right? They are so fun to play with. Okay. I'm going to make some fabric bundles. I've got my little pins out. I want to use these little tags on them. But in the meantime, let's pull a page. Where's that? I wanted to use this. This is a strip off of, this came with the kit. And it's a strip right there. I cut it, distressed it with some ink so that I could make this a belly band on one of these pages. So let's just flip through and look for a page that could handle a belly band. Now it has to be, this paper is rather thin. So if I glue this down and then stick stuff in there, it's like a little open-ended pocket is a belly band. If I stick it in there, it's going to be too flimsy to handle that. So I need a page that's a bit thicker, ideally some cardstock. Like this is cardstock, but I don't like it there. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. This is cardstock, but I have lined paper here. So I'd like to leave that for journaling, if possible. This is regular weight paper. So I do a combination of them, some cardstock, some regular weight, because big things like this. So this is a triple pocket, 3 pockets. I made them out of, these are the kit pages, and I shrunk them down. So I make them into little booklets and to pockets and things like that. So that's a 3 pocket. And then here's a set of those little version. I made this trifold out of it. And then I had that tag. I think somebody sent me this tag, right? I don't know where I got it, but I thought it was cute. She was peekabooing. So something like that, it needs to be hefty. Oh, and then on the other side, I have this flippable folder. So this page has to be really thick and sturdy to be able to handle that kind of bulk. So people often ask me when I print out my digitals, when I print out my pages for my kits, when I gather them up, like sometimes I'm gathering decorative scrapbook paper, sometimes it's pages from my own book collection, like book pages or calendar pages. Sometimes it is coffee stained paper that I coffee stained. I gather up a combination of cardstocks and other textures and weights of paper so that I can do a variety of things in my books. So that's the answer to that question. Here's another cardstock. It already has a pocket on one side. There's nothing. That book page is in the middle of that. I didn't mean to hit the camera and make that bigger. Sorry. I wanted that there. I think my hand just, I don't think I want to cover that up. I love that page. So let's keep looking. This is too thin. Again, coffee stained paper. It's dry and brittle. It had been wet and then dried or heated to dry to get that burnt edge and to get that gorgeous coffee stained color, but it's dry and brittle. So we don't want to be gluing a whole lot on there. This is a cardstock, but it's lined paper and I want to leave journal spots. I could do it here. That might be a good place to do it. This is another good place, maybe, because that's just cardstock too. I'm going to go through. Oh, remember putting her in there? I love you, darling girl. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Here's another cardstock. I like to gather up my options. That's cardstock. I wouldn't mind putting it. I love the book pages. I love them. I love them. Note to self, Gracie loves book pages. When I think about the kinds of kits that I buy, or I'm going to let you in on a secret. Hold on. Before I lose my train of thought, I've got cardstock here, but I love those too much to cover them up. So it's either going to go here or we can glue it here. Oh yeah, it's got to go here. That matches better. I got a little secret. I am creating, I'm so excited. I'm almost done creating, and it's big. It's over a dozen pages of a digital download that I'll be sharing in the Craft Therapy Club next month that can be journal pages. So those of you who are Craft Therapy Club members, I have a big, you guys get printables quite often in the group. And there's a whole guide that's just all free printables. But next month I have a really special, it's over a dozen pages right now. I was working on it last night and this morning. It's a digital, a printable that I'm creating that's kind of my style. You'll see what I mean when I say it, and it can be used for the basis for your pages. And once you own the digital, then you can print it out as many times as you want in any size that you want. You can double side them if you want. That is the beauty of owning the digitals. And I've been purchasing a lot of them for myself lately, but this one I am making. It's going to be designed by me, made for Craft Therapy Club members. I will also make it available for purchase in the shop, but Craft Therapy members get it for free. So I'm very excited about it, you guys. In fact, it was one of the first nights in a long time. It was like well past bedtime. I really needed to go to bed, but I was like, no, I want to go back to my desk and work on that kit for you guys. I'm so excited about it. Carrie, I'm just figuring it out myself, so I don't know. Carrie, she's asking where do you learn about how to make digital papers? I am watching videos from graphic designers, and I'm in a coaching group, and I've had my coach helping me lately, and I am painstakingly taking hours to figure out how to do this myself. So I can't tell you. I'm self-taught basically and pulling information from wherever I can. I have no idea. I don't know of a class or anything that you can take for that. I can't answer that. I know. Isn't it exciting, Gia? It's so exciting. I use regular printer paper. Vicky is asking, well, I shouldn't say that. I use regular printer paper to coffee stain. I also use envelopes. I do tags. I do anything. I do book pages from some of the books that I have in my collections, the ones that I sell in the junk journal bundles on my site. I also use resume paper because I love the texture and the weight of that paper. So it has to be thick. You can't use tissue paper. You can't coffee stain tissue paper. It'll just disintegrate. It has to be at least, I would say, at least printer paper weight. And I do a combination of, like I said, I don't just do papers. I do envelopes, tags, time cards. I coffee stain a lot of stuff. Jennifer's working on a journal that she started. Yay! Rosalind has a ton of scrapbook paper. Girl, hang out with me here. Making these books and doing the mixed media projects that we do in the Craft Therapy Club. Like this month, we're doing the mixed media Fall Fox. Those projects are a great way to use up the scrapbook paper that you have. And we have a swap coming up in the group as well. So it's another good way to use up some of your stashes to swap in one of your groups. So Craft Therapy Club members, we got a really fun couple of months coming up. By the way, can somebody test something out for me? I just set this up and I don't know if it's working. So someone could test it out. So when you do a Facebook Live, Facebook allows you to do auto messages when you have a business page, where if someone types in the comments one of these comments, they're going to get information on that topic. And so for me, like the things that people normally ask, how do I join your Telegram channel? If you want to know, type in #Telegram, and you should get an automatic message to your private messenger, your private message in Facebook telling you what you just asked me about. So can somebody test this out for me, please? Because I just set them up and I don't know if they work. I don't know if they work. So someone test this out for me. So if you are, I was just talking to you. So let's take this as an example. I was just talking to you about the Craft Therapy Club. There are a lot of perks to being in the club, in the membership. It's only $15 a month. But if you, and I was just telling you some of the stuff that's coming up. If you're interested in learning more about that, what you would do if this thing is working right is type in #club. That's the only thing in that one comment that says just that, just like that. And if it's working, you should get a message that gives you the link so that you can learn more about it. Someone let me know if it's working. There has to be no spaces, and you have to use a hashtag, no spaces there. That's all connected, club. Okay, if you wanted the Telegram, then it would be #Telegram, and you type one at a time as one comment all by itself, #Telegram, all is one word, and you would get the Telegram channel so you can join the Telegram. Please let me know if this thing is working. Dang it, it works. Girls, I can't tell you how technology challenged I can be sometimes. This stuff on the back end, oh, good gravy, there's so much to know. There's so much to, like, when I tell you hours and hours of watching videos and messaging my coach and saying, how do I do this now? I need to set that up, or I want to do that. I thank you, Serena, for being and Leanne and Adrienne too. These two ladies are helping me with my business. Leanne is my community manager inside the Craft Therapy Club. And Adrienne is like my technical wizard who helps me figure out or do the things that I can't do. So thank you to the 3 of those women for helping me. Oh, please tell me if it's working. Yay, Denise, it worked. Oh my goodness. So, oh my gosh, I don't know which ones you guys used, if all 4 of them are working. I set up 4 of them. Hashtag links. That would be all my links, like links and discount codes. Hashtag club for the Craft Therapy Club. Hashtag insider is if you want to get, I send a weekly email out every Sunday that recaps the past week, even with video links. And it gives you what's coming up the next week, the schedule for the next week. So if you want to get that insider email, you would do hashtag insider and then join the email list. And then hashtag Telegram is to get on the Telegram where I do live alerts. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited if they're working, you guys. So excited. Oh my goodness. For once something worked. I struggle with technology. Can you tell? When I struggle, it took me a long time to figure that out too. And I did a lot of, I don't like to just go to my coach for every little thing, because there's a lot of training in our coaching group on everything, every social media, everything. If you're looking for a business coach, I love my business coach. Love her personally, but she's a damn good coach. And she teaches us how, it's not just like motivation stuff, what she does Motivation Mondays, but it's not just motivation. It's also, how do you do this thing that I need to do? How do I download my videos that were lives on Facebook? How do I download them now so I can reuse that content somewhere else? Or she has so much training. Anyway, if you need a coach, let me know. I will hook you up with her so you can look into her. But I spent a lot of time. I try to look everything up myself first before I ask her, because I don't want to come to her with every question that I probably could find myself in the group. She's already taught that, or maybe elsewhere. But I'm so thankful that she's there when I really, truly cannot figure it out. And she had to help me with that, the hashtags. Look at all you guys doing all your hashtags. Thanks for testing it for me. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. Belly band. I bought some new glues. I will admit it. I had to, well, this is just such a good glue, and I haven't had a new bottle in a long time. I'm trying to use up my glue, but then there I go. I buy something. This is my Fabrifix, which I love this glue because it doesn't do this with your fabric. See how all of these marks on the fabric on the back, that is from this glue. On the front, I only used Fabrifix, no marks. It doesn't work on fabric. It shows through. So Fabrifix doesn't do that, but it's so bloody expensive. And I went to my Walmart to get some, and they didn't even have any. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll pick up these in the meantime. I want to test this one. So much cheaper than Fabrifix, but I want to test that one and see if how it does on fabrics, because when you're a paper crafter and you like to use fabric on your projects, you don't want it bleeding through. I think I want it facing that way. Yeah, this was cheap, you guys. It's so inexpensive. And I like the smaller bottles so that it doesn't get clumped up on you and it doesn't get so old that it's not usable. And that's what happened. That's what happened to my Fabrifix. It is probably 8 or 9 years old, that bottle. It's the end of an 8 or 9 year old bottle. And I'm trying to milk it for all it's worth, but it would probably be worth my money and time spent dealing with that bottle to just throw it out and get a new bottle. But I'm too frugal for that. You girls know me. This is simple. This is a simple little belly band is what it's called. If it's horizontal, kind of looks like a belly band, like a belt. We're putting it on here vertically, and that will hold like anything that you want to stuff in there. You can put it in there to hold it. Like this little envelope doesn't have a home yet. We could stuff it in there. I want to do something decorative on the inside though for this. I'm not just going to let that sit. So that note was in glue. We can move on. That little page element is done. The other thing that I wanted to do today is, well, let's do this on this page, just like we did on the other one. There's a lot of blues in this. So we're gonna pull off. I don't want the blue frame, as pretty as it is. I just want bits of the napkin to add a little bit of floral design element to my coffee stained paper. We are going to glue this down here just like we did on that other one. And I'm going to let this sit and dry while we make some, I'm going to make some, whatchamacallits, fabric clusters. Have you ever made fabric clusters? I don't know. That's what I call them. What do you guys call them? Yes, you can use a glue stick with a napkin. It will hold it down really nicely. Let's put a little bit more of this on here. My chair is squeaking. It's a little annoying sound. Nope, I don't like the shape of that one. I just want something on the top and maybe something on the bottom. Adding a little color, something decorative. And this pattern is nowhere else in the book. It's just that napkin that one of you sent me in Happy Mail. And I just think it's so pretty. So let's get that in there. Okay. That being done, I'm going to set this aside to keep drying. We'll come back to you later, little Missy. And let's look at this. The only true graphic that I have in this book is that one girl back here, and I'm in love with her. Like, she's one of my favorite elements. Where is she? Where's my girl? Where are you, beauty? She's toward the back, I thought. She's in the back. Oh no, Grace, you're wrong. She's not toward the back. Oh, girls, she's playing hide and seek with me. Am I right? Is she toward the back? And I just have to be patient with myself. I get so excited. No, she's not there. Where did she go, friends? You know, the girl I just showed you that I'm so stinking in love with, I half want to name her and put a name on the page with her. Oh my word. She's literally playing hide and seek with me. She's the only girl in the group in this book. So what I was thinking, where's my napkin page now? I'm going to leave that so it can dry. I was thinking maybe grabbing another printable graphic to put in. Hey, Pam, how are you, darling? Kimberly. Yeah, that Fabri-Tac is a very expensive glue. It's beautiful. It works real well, but it's expensive. All right, I'm looking through my folder. I'm looking for graphics, printable graphics that I have on hand. I print out a lot and then I end up not using them. And I don't let them go to waste. I just simply put them in this book, in this folder, for maybe there's going to be another time when I use it. Now, those are all florals. I'm looking for people. So I have two places to look. That one is all florals. Then I have this, which you can, whoa, you can look through with me. I could also use a piece of rice paper. I'm looking for graphics to put in this book. She does not match, although I love her. I thought I had some vintage. There's that jar we used on that journal page the other day. Butterfly. I got some leaf cutouts. This is the fox we're using this month in the Craft Therapy Club for the fox, the mixed media project. Now, I actually gave them, and I'm going to post a video today kind of showing you guys a little sneak peek into the Craft Therapy Club. But this is the graphic they got with that fox, and we're going to be doing, this will be our template for doing a mixed media project with that in the group. But I had printed out the fox. I was thinking maybe I would just use the fox really big, and then I changed my mind. I thought I kind of liked the other scene. Okay, these are a lot of rice papers, and I don't necessarily want those because they're not vintagey really. I thought I had more girls in here. Where my girls be at? Nope. Nobody, nope. Yeah, it doesn't spread real easy. That's the problem, Jana. It gets so thick that, look at it, it's in a clear bottle. It hardly wants to move. It's not very spreadable. I tried that the other day on that book cover, and I got so impatient with it, I moved to the art glitter glue, and that's what marked up the cover because I was being impatient and I didn't wait. It marked up my cover. Are you kidding me with that? Not nice. All right, I'm looking for images that I can put in my book that make a lot of sense. I got some chickens. That's not going to make sense. What's this? Dress. Geez, I guess I need to print out some more printables. Got my mom's wedding pictures in there, my mom and dad's. I know, darn it, Jenna, it's just too thick. All right, girls, I'm not seeing anything there. Hold on, no worries. We got places to look. All right, here's my bin of things. Can you not be there and drive me crazy? Looking for focal points, images that I can put in this book. This book is very pink, but there is a little bit of blue. Oh, I haven't put any snippet rolls in. Let's grab those. Maybe I can use those in the fabric clusters. This to me is just so fun, going through and how to get those. Going through and finding things that you can put in your books to decorate the pages. I do have some of these. Maybe because maybe we can frame one of those. Oh, this is a little pocket that I made out of a bank envelope. A little side pocket, so I can put that in there. Okay, we got some things. I don't want any metal embellishments. I got to be conscious of the fact that I don't want the book to get so thick that it's hard to. I just got another package of these, although these ones are really big. Okay. So first, let's go to the fabric. One of you sent me all of these goodies. And I'm seeing some, like that green lace would work really well. And probably, oh, I see what that is. It's the back of this. That might work really well in this book. That might work really well in this book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some fabrics. Let's start. Here's my bits and bobs. I got some lace, cheesecloth. Look at bits and bobs basket. This just has stuff in it, girls. That would really work well. I'm looking for neutrals combination, and I have some burlap in my bin. So I think we have enough there. And some more fabric. Those are really small pieces, though. Let's not go to those. I want to make some fabric clusters. And I don't pull stuff out. I do a little bit of prep, but not everything. I've got 2 glass jars back here with fabrics, different fabrics. I don't do all of that off camera because it helps to see how it's done. Like, how did you do that? How did you come up with that? It's as easy as this. I literally grab stuff from all over the place in my craft room, and we're going to create some decorative elements for this book. So I want to make some clusters. I like things to be kind of ratty, but I want the back to maybe be a little more solid. So maybe taking something of one of these leftover papers like this. I could take like that little strip of that with the roses. We could take that. This was a misprint and I've been using it up like this. I'm going to do a little fabric cluster, but I think I'm going to put this on the back of it to give it something more solid because I'm going to paper clip it into the book. So we do that. And then we're going to take some fabrics. This one is a Christmas fabric. This is junk journaling, girls. This is from a Christmas winter bear quilt that I made for my mother-in-law like 12 years ago. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This is leftover from way back then. It's just a strip. It has snowflakes on it, but I don't think anybody's going to notice because I'm going to cut this down to make it smaller. Like everything's going to cluster on top of here and I think be smaller, like they'll go down in size. I don't think anybody's going to notice that. Now you cannot tell that they are snowflakes really. It's just white on there. I may cut that down smaller. Not sure yet. Let's grab. Denim may be a little too hefty, but it could add some pretty color. And there is some blue in this book. Now we've added a little bit of blue. So see, I want to make a cluster of fabrics and papers that we're going to pin into the book. I am going to make them a little bit smaller. That does not get thrown out because it's my jam. I like to use up what I got. Let's make these a little smaller though. I don't know that this is going to let me tear it. It's denim, for goodness sake. Oh, it did. It's just a pair of jeans, literally. It's an old pair of jeans that I had cut up and torn up to have a stash of blue jean material in my craft room. That's what that is. Now something light and dainty on the top would be nice. And since we have this dark denim, in fact, I'm going to put the dark denim toward the back. I don't really want that to be prominent, but I want it back there for curiosity's sake. Let's find, where's my lace? Maybe a strip of this lace on the front. Coffee stained lace. This doesn't really tear well. It's really going to get ratty if you tear it. Really ratty, like puffy ratty, and I don't like that. Now it just looks damaged, not just worn. Okay, I'm going to cut this one a little smaller. The littlest pieces, these little squares, I'm putting them all over there because I don't know, maybe I'll use that on a paper collage sometime. Okay, now I think I want this just a tish narrower. And then let's grab one of these beauties. I had one printed out already. Where did it go? I thought I threw it on the table here somewhere. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's under this pile of stuff and I'm not going to find it. So it might be better to just cut out a new one. I like this little rose. Oh, here comes my Gannon. If anybody wants to say good morning to Gannon, he's just coming in the room now. Hi, Gan man. Okay. Throat any better? Not really. Yep, that boy's got a bad cold. Okay, it's up to you. There's a couple of things you could do here, a couple of options when making these little clusters for your books. I think that'll be so cute on there, just like on the front. Okay, you guys, you're probably having trouble because this is such a small thing, seeing what I'm doing. So let's go like that. Janet just has her coffee. Good for you. It does, but Wendy, Wendy's saying the spoon trick works. I'm telling you, girls, my glue is so thick, it is not really spreadable. And I have added so much of my acetate into that dang glue. I keep adding it and it just keeps thickening up. It's just, the glue is just too darn old. That's all I can say about that. Okay. We can take, I was calling them brads the other day. We can take eyelets, put them on there if you want to make, like, use an eyelet to create this little hole for this. You could use a brad on the top. You could just use a pin. So there are lots of options. And if you want to add danglies, you can add danglies. If you don't, you don't. About a gazillion options on how to do this. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to use gold. One of these bubble pins. And I definitely want to use the bubble pin, but now that I see this, it's rather thick. There's a lot of stuff on here. Maybe I do need to poke a hole in it and do an eyelet or something. I wonder if I could get the eyelet to work through all this fabric. That's a lot of fabric. It is going to need to be a good quality one if I do, because the ones that I used the other day, yesterday on that other book, they just aren't great. They're not Memory Keeper ones, so they're not great. Let's see. I need my tweezer because I can't. I don't have pure gold. This is kind of like a soft gold. That would be pretty on there. I've never done this before, gone through this much fabric, but I might try it. What do we think? Has anybody done this before? Oh, thanks, Joyce. Yes, Mary. Mary has a really good idea to use this little cluster of papers and lace and to put it on an ornament. What are some other ways that you could use these clusters? Absolutely. Like on a gift bag. on an ornament. You could tie it to your purse, put it on your keychain. I mean, it's all stuff that you had on hand, so it's not the end of the world if it ends up not getting, not lasting you 7 years. I mean, how long do you need it to last you, right? I'm trying to see. I think I need the big hole punch for this. I was going to do the little, but I think this brad is a big hole punch. I've never done this for girls before. I mean, I've made clusters, but I've never, I don't think, done the eyelet thing. Oh, it Crop-A-Dile went right through all that stuff, no problem. And I think, I don't know that I want to poke a hole through. That's so little. Maybe I need a bigger one. It's too little and sweet. I don't want to ruin it. Maybe I could use one of these rectangle ones. Yeah. Maybe it's better size for this. Now, when they have these notches, I don't cut those out with my scissors. I use my notch punch hole. It just is so much easier if you, I should be putting these on the ground. If you cut it square, you still have those white notches around it. And then I just get my notch punch. I have one that is for that shape. This one right here. And then I just cut them off that way. So I don't have to fussy cut around those notches. FYI, there's a cheater's little option for you. Okay, so still I have to cut into this, and the hole is going to go somewhere where I don't want it to. I need my midway point, my little fold, so I know where the middle is. It's right over like the R. Oops, wrong place, Gracie. Oh, I did the wrong hole. It's the small one. I need the bigger one. That's the problem with this. Can't see a dang thing. Whoa. Did it. Okay. We are going to put this through. All of this, and then we'll be either able to pin it or paper clip it somewhere in your book. Look what I did. They were all stacked up, and then I was monkeying around with it, and now I lost my place. Like, where's the hole? I hope this works. I've never put a brad through all these layers of fabric before. And paper. There was a hole here, wasn't there? How did I miss it? Like, what happened there? All right. You're just staying out because I'm not even sure that this can handle that much thickness. There's not a lot of brad left. Eyelet, excuse me, left. I always interchange those words, and I know, I know that's not right. There's not a lot left there for pushing this down and getting it in place, but we're going to try it. I think I need the bigger one. I think I need this guy. Pretty side on the top. I'm going to press that down and hope for the best. Oh, it's stuck. Why are you stuck? Come on, baby. You're holding on to me. It's like stuck on there. I probably used the wrong adapter. Like it's the wrong size, too small maybe. I sometimes feel like the Crop-A-Dile is one of those tools, like, yeah, it's on there. It just didn't depress real well because I think I used the wrong size. It's one of those tools that you really have to you have to work at it to figure out how to use it. I don't know how else to say it. You have to really work at it to figure out how to use it. All right, I don't know if it's clicking in a weird way. I don't know why it's stuck. Okay. Let's see if we can depress it any better. I want you to work. It would be really nice if you just did your job. Yeah, there we go. We got it on there. It took me forever, but we did it. Isn't that the way it goes, though? Like, sometimes things just don't go right. I was hoping that I could fit this on here, but it might be too low. Let's just see. Barely, but we could find a place in the book. No, it has to be a place with, that's already dry, thankfully. It has to be a place with some thickness. Like, you can't just put this on a thin piece of paper. So, I like the idea That's cardstock. Here's some more cardstock right here. That could be cute right there because there's a lot of writing on this page. And I've got gold foil here and some writing on the washi tape. So this might be a good little, if I want it to land here, to pin it like right here. Yeah, and that can just be kind of an interactive dangly. Oh my gosh, it's cute. And your imagination can go wild with this, right? You can use yarn, you can make tassels, small tassels, anything that you can cluster together and pin into your book. If you had a little key, I have keys. I have little key embellishments or like little charms. You could put a key, whatever your theme of your book is. That's really darling right there. Okay, not bad, right? Let's do another fabric one. This is why my books get thick and chunky, because I like big books. I like them really big and thick and chunky. This thing is it's doing a weird click. It's never done it before. Why are you? I might have to have my mechanical child. Oh, I think I fixed it. I think this thing was stuck. The little pin that holds it closed, the lock, I think it was stuck. That scared me a little bit. Okay, denim is out. It's too thick. Let's find some other fabric or use more of what we have here. This is gorgeous and could get used actually. Your safety lock always gets stuck? Tamara, that's the first time that's happened to me. I was like really baffled by that. I was thinking maybe something was jammed in there. Nothing was jammed. That would be really pretty right there. Just glued into a page that needs a little something something. We've got our belly band here. I want to do something with that envelope, but I got to find a graphic for inside that envelope. I don't know. I'm debating between, I mean, this is the piece that I have. That's the extent of the piece that I have. I could glue it down on one entire page, or we could cut it up and use it in one of these clusters. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Like any of these laces, when you have scraps of lace, don't ever don't throw them out. There are things that we can do with them in our books. Make that kind of ratty. I just pulled on it to get some of the threads to come out. I need another piece of like neutral. That's too thick. This is like a canvas. I'm looking for something thinner. I need cheesecloth. I know I do. I just gotta find it. Where's my cheesecloth? I have some coffee stained, here it is, cheesecloth that's kind of like, it's really worn and tattered. And I like things kind of worn and tattered. This one has some color on it actually, which could be fun. Let's cut this in half, tear it in half. Just a little bit of color. I like that. Maybe a chunk of lace. Let's only use half of this or some of it because we can use the other piece on something else. These would also make great little, then it's not quite a snippet roll, but in a way it's like an unruffled snippet roll. If you glued them together or sewed them together, you could glue them to the edge of your pages. And I love to do that for little options for page turners. I'm a huge fan. So I have these paper and fabric snippet rolls pre-made so that I can just glue them into my books. Here's one that's really soft and pretty, which kind of goes more with the colors of this book. There's a little heart there that I made out of a book page. Maybe we'll pull that one out. Okay, but right now we're not doing that. We're making another one to pin into. Let's grab another chunk of this since we have it. Paper to put on the back of it as a base. It just gives it a little more spine in the back. That's all that's doing. Now, I don't have to punch a hole and use an eyelet, right? We could just poke our pin through here if you didn't want to do all that. Or you could use a brad. That's the other thing. We could put a decorative brad on the top to hold that all together and still pin it. Let me get one of these pins. And let me grab a decorative brad. I think I have plenty. Oh, this one kind of has jewels. These ones, I just got these. These have like little jewels on them. There's a green jewel. Oh, there's kind of like a lime green. I can't grab these things without tweezers. That one's too dark. That one's kind of yellow, greenish, yellowish. Oh, you can see that. It's got like a little gem in it. And we could just poke this through. Or, I mean, we could use our little tool and poke it through. Because this cut through all of this with no problem at all, with ease. Give ourselves a little hole. Oops. It was way off on the paper. Like the hole is nowhere where it needs to be on the paper. I can't see with this darn thing sometimes. The long arm one is good for that. Let's see if we can poke this through. You know what? I have a better idea. Speaking of poking, let's just grab the pokey tool. And all I want to do is get through all of the layers. So much easier, actually. No, I lost my gem. Oh, this is the way Gracie does things, and so it's a little painful. I lost it. I don't know where it went. Grab another one. Good thing there's, when you buy these things, there's like 7,000 of them. So, yeah, there's plenty. Oh, there's a blue one. That one's kind of pretty. Come on, baby doll. I have no dexterity. Here we go. Amazon, the bulb pins, you can grab them off Amazon. But like I bought, there were like 6 packs of different colors. So I probably have like 7,000 of them, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, when I do my junk journal bundles that I sell on the website, I do include some of these smaller embellished items that you don't want to buy. You don't want to have 600 of them. You just want to have like maybe 20. So sometimes I include those in those little junk journal bundles, FYI. Okay, there we go. Just something decorative. And I love that there's movement. That just makes me really happy when there's that kind of movement. Okay. Making a mess and loving life. Let us look at finding a home for this. Now this came unglued, so let's just fix that quick. And find a place. It's really light green. I don't want to cover up my dates. Makes me so happy. Nope. Gotta find the right place. Now that's really pretty with the roses on this side and maybe the pink and green heart on that side. This, it was oven dried, baked in the oven. That's how I do it. So I get these burnt edges, but this gets really brittle and crispy. So having something like this that you can glue or staple or even sew into place can really help to give some of those pages a little more strength. Hey, beauty, there you are. All right, I guess I'm looking for this. Maybe next to those tags is the best place for this. Yeah, so we're going back up here to the tags. Here, right here. It's going on this side. And I do like it to extend a little bit beyond. I use decorative paper on the back. I do want it to extend a little bit beyond. I don't want it flush, because I like it to be, I mean, I like it to appear chunky. I want it to be sticking out and gnarly. And I love distressed, and I love things not perfect. So I'm going to put glue just on this side of the paper. Oh my Lord, something just went flying. I'll glue this down here. And I could take some of the embellishments that we have from the kit. We could easily add on to this. Like I have this little rose here. I mean, we could easily, I could even paper clip that on there or staple it. Let's staple it. Give it even a little more customization so it looks more like this particular kit. Love it. That is not coordinating paper. It doesn't matter. It's a junk journal. I was using up all the scraps that I had on hand of papers and fabrics to make those snippet rolls. We did that in the, show you how to do that in the Craft Therapy Club. And they're just a great little addition to your books. Okay, that envelope, where did that go? There was a loose envelope somewhere in here. And I got to figure out what to do with this. The paper bag. Maybe I could use, oh, look at, it's just about the right size, friends. This might be the paper for this spot. Yep. I just want to cover it up a little bit. I don't even need to obscure the fact that it's the paper bag completely, but I wouldn't mind covering it up. I'm going to tear all the sides. So maybe a really torn, distressed piece of paper covering that up. Needs to be a lot shorter. Like that, maybe. No need to overthink things, girls. Yep. Or like this. I would like to like retain that there, so you can kind of see that being there. And we can put something decorative on top of that, but I do want to cover this for sure so it's not so paper baggy. If that makes any sense to anyone. More glue needed on that corner. Should we just do the same thing on this side? We could actually, oh, here's that pocket. Remember I had that little pocket? This is not the place for it, but it fits perfectly on there. Let's use this again. I am thrilled when things look organic and misshapen and rustic and worn. Kind of like that sticking out there improperly. Because why be proper? Like, why do we have to be so proper about everything? Why we gotta be so perfect all the time? The way I create is like bucking the perfection system. I'm just gonna say that. It's part of my recovery from being a perfectionist is I'm gonna purposefully make this wonky and just be thrilled about it. Because there's no need to be perfect. It's a junk journal, friends. We're using up stuff that we have. I'm finding a home for it. Okay, so now here, any design element that you want to put on there. Now, somebody gave me this bag of tricks, and I was just noticing that there are some stickers on the back. I was so attentive on all of the lace and the frill in the front that I forgot there were some stickers in the back. Decorative papers, vellum. There's more vellum. Like that would be cool on there. That's kind of cool. Tags, lots of tags. And more vellum. Okay, I'm loving the vellum look. Maybe not that one, but I do like this scripty looking one on here. Yeah, why not? I'm going to cut it right above this line, and then I can use the other piece somewhere else. Wait, where was my line, Grace? Right above the plant, the word plant. What glue do you use for vellum, girls? What glue works? That's kind of cool there. I like it. Find a place for that. No worries. And we could add, in addition to that, we could add one of these decorative little placards. Why not? What kind of glue do you guys use when you're using vellum? Have you tested them? Do you have a favorite? Can then put this maybe make it like a little page turner, maybe. I'm going to use my glue stick, but you can use, I'm pretty darn sure you're going to have luck with Fabri-Tac. Matte gel medium would work great. You want a glue that dries clear. I'm going to use my glue stick. It's super tacky. It works great. And then I missed that spot, so we gotta add a little more there. And let's put this here, and I'm going to, maybe I'll put a little piece of fabric behind it. Remember, I have those little tiny pieces over here that I said won't get thrown out. They may get lost, but they're not gonna get thrown out. Here's one of them. I don't want denim. Where did the other two go? Oh, here's a little piece of lace that's left over. Maybe the little chunks of fabric find a home. Here's another one. Brown lace. It's perfect. I'm going to stick it behind. I want it really sticking out though. I'm going to stick it behind my little number. And we are going to both glue it on and we are going to staple it on. You could sew it on. Hand sew it? Yes, you could. I'm not going to do that because I'm too lazy. But you could. Or you could sew it with your machine, except my machine is broken, so I can't do that. So we are going to go back to our stapler, and we are going to put a big old messy stapler right through the middle of that. So it gives you a little place to grab onto. That glue needs to dry. In fact, let's just, for the sake of security's sake, let's put a little more glue on there to get that really stick. So we have that lace sticking out there. I love it. And then on this side, what can we do here? Maybe we can use one of these because we have lots of these from the kit that I printed out. That one's pretty. I think I like this rose, and maybe I'll cut it down. Let's see. I'm going to round the edges. I don't know why, I just feel like it. Yeah, my glue stick doesn't show under vellum. You really have to test your glues. That's what I would do. Take some scrap vellum, scrap paper or fabric, whatever you want to put it on. I'm not sure that I love this, so let's just keep adding to it. Let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater, as they say. I'm going to look for some fabric. I know I'm not using the denim. I'm going to put the denim aside because I just know that's not fitting with my theme here. But maybe let's take some of my cheesecloth, some of my lace, and let's make a little cluster back here that's going to be sticking out so that there's more to look at than just this rose here. Let's get you moved over because I'm not using you right now. And you're kind of in the way, fine sir. Right, that's right. You go right there. You're supposed to fit right in here. Do I have you going the wrong way? I do. There. I'm going to lose the cover to my glue girls. It's like right on the edge. All right, let's look. I've got this little tiny piece of lace that we can work with this fabric if it wouldn't stick to my sticky fingers. So get that sticking out the edge kind of thing there. I love grunge. I love things that are used up and reused. All right, I'm liking those two there, so let's just go with it. I'm going to first glue stick. This down, and let's go this way. But how did I have it, girls? I think I want it this way, and I want it really sticking up, extending beyond. It's kind of making this bag have a little, it's going to stick up out here, which I love that. You see the fabric on both sides. It doesn't have to just decorate one side. And then this is going to go here. I want that kind of sticking out from the edge. So again, glue stick, a little bit of craft glue, stick this on here and get it straightened out. So I do this first. It's probably easier to do that first, and then we'll glue this down and it'll be poking out. I may want something else poking out of there. Maybe a piece of this lace. I thought I had a little chunk of this flying around here somewhere, and I can't find it. So let's just cut a new one. And I want a little something extra here. I may even add one more layer on the front. Maybe we go down low this way with that. Yes, I like that better. So right here. And then maybe one of these beauties. Little piece of paper, get out of there. My fingers, everything's sticking to my fingers because they're a little bit sticky. Let's see, what do we want to use? I like the 5. I don't know why, but I like it. There is, Jana, there's nobody in my town who does sewing machine repair. No, I got to bring it 2.5 hours away, and most of the time they want you to leave it overnight. So it means I had to go back again. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about buying another sewing machine. That sewing machine that I've been using is a really expensive sewing / embroidery machine. And I learned to quilt with that machine. It's a fabulous machine, but it's a German machine, and there's only 2 dealers in the whole state, and they're pretty far away from where I am. So I have to bring it to a dealer to get the parts for that machine. I could bring it to another. I actually talked to several places that do repairs, and they said, you could bring it here. We may not be able to get the parts because we're not a dealer. So you're better off taking it to your dealer. If it needs parts, it would just be a huge delay. So I got to wait till I can get to one of these outside towns. So I think I'm going to buy another machine just for paper crafting. I will get my other machine fixed at some point. But then I don't have to use my big, difficult to fix, expensive machine for paper crafting. I love using it. That's not the issue. It's the repair and maintenance issue. Like when it's need to be repaired or any maintenance, I got to take it really far away, and it's an overnight or going back for a 2.5 or 3.5 hour drive. Okay, I've been using the staples throughout, and I like the look of it. I'm going to add another one in here just because I like them. I got one on this side. Now I got one on that side, and there's that little cluster of stuff. And I love how that fabric, that cheesecloth, is spilling over up in here. That gets me kind of excited and thrilled with the way that turned out. Let's find a place for this little envelope. This was made separately. This is a bank statement envelope, as you can see. And I've decorated the heck out of it, but it really does match a lot of these pages. So maybe we can use this as a pocket somewhere, like right there. It looks good. And you could either position it like this, you can position it like this, and you're going to have two of the sides are open where you can tuck stuff in there. Right there would be kind of good. Let's see if there's any other place in here. Well, I think, and that's a nice thick page, so it can handle it. Here's another thick page, but there's already a lot going on over here, so we don't need any more. Yeah, that's where it's going. It's going right here. Like this. Or we could do it like this, and then you stuff things in here. And then they might, you know, stick out a little bit. Like say we wanted to stuff this in this pocket. Think about it. It's going to be stuffed in there. You could either do it this way. You could do it this way, but then it's going to limit it. It has to be something short because we need to be able to fold the book. So let's go this way with it. And you have two options. You could glue just these two corners and then have a double pocket. Stuff something there and stuff something there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to glue all of this down and just give it one pocket. And I'm going to use both glues. I'm going to use my glue stick and my craft glue because I really want it to stay. And then let's make a tab maybe for this we can make a tab out of one of these. Let's take this little rose. I like that this set had some round tags and square and decorative edge tags. I mean, they all weren't the same shape and size, and they weren't all the same orientation, meaning some go horizontal. I think some of them go vertical, which is nice. I might just have to stick a piece of fabric behind this too, because that's just how I roll. So if we took this little and we put it up here, maybe kind of as like a little tab. And do I have just any little scraps sitting around saying I need a job, I need a home, I need a job, give me something to do? That's what they're saying to me basically. I need a home, I need a job, give me something to do. Oh, we could do that too. Except I don't like the straight edge. Hello, Lisa. Vicki says, I'm really spoiled. One of my good friends sews for a living and keeps my machines going for me. My mother used to do it, but she passed in 1988. No, isn't that true? She says, you don't realize all the things your mom does for you. Isn't that the truth? There's a piece of that snowflake fabric that is just sitting around looking for something to do. Look, we can make just like a little... Why not? Why not? Why not? I say, why not? I like you here, so let's just glue you down. Oh, my stomach's growling, girls. And oh, you stay there. You're not part of this project, dear Lace. You are not part. This isn't your job. Okay, this is going to get glued here. That's going to be really cute. And I'm going to staple it as well. I'm going to put the glue here so I don't overdo it and put it in the wrong, on the wrong place in the back. I want it to overhang the pocket just a bit on the top and on the side. I don't know if I can show you this easily, but I want it to overhang the envelope just a little bit. Okay, then let's come in with our, where do we want to do it? I think I'll just staple in the rose. And they're pink. They're pinkish. Then this has the capacity to hold something. Not that envelope. That envelope's too thick. But so when I sell these books, normally what I'll do is I'll take like these extras that I have on hand. If I end up not using them in the book. So let's see. Maybe we could make this a little journal spot that we can stick in this pocket. But any of the extra papers from a kit that matched the kit, but I didn't end up finding a home for it in the book. I usually just stuff them in these pockets and in these places so that whoever gets the book has some extra stuff to work with. So those will go there. And it's wanting to puff up on me. So for now, until everything's dry, and I have no ooze and glue, so I don't have to worry about this sticking to itself. But I'm going to paper clip this on there so it just dries and it'll be in good shape. I mean, you could add to the other options to take a little decorative paper clip. Here's a rose gold one. And just paper clip it to itself for now, you know, just trying to get it to stay while it's drying. I think I like this one, although this could stay here. I mean, this could be part of the page. It's cute. But I'm going to do this until it dries. It's dried. Let's hold it down like that. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. I need something for in here. Maybe we could make some tags out of these. Whoa, that was the mouse to my, oh, there's that other little one I was looking for. That was the mouse to the computer. So isn't that lovely? Yeah, we have a quilt store in town, Jana, and we actually have a quilt guild that I used to belong to. And I've never known there to be a repair option out of either of those. Okay, let's figure out if we can make a tag out of some of these things. Those weren't with the kit. I'm going to go back to the box and see what we have left in the box. If we have anything that makes the most sense for tag material here, because I have a lot of stuff left in my box. Pretty doily. That can go into the pockets. I want cardstock. Oh, I have these. That might make a good tag. Let's do something with that. Really, I have a mess in here, girls. It's already been an hour and a half. I'm having so much fun. I can get totally lost in my books and in creating them. I don't know if you feel that same way. I was thinking about a long tag. If I fold it, I'm going to play around here and see what we can do. Okay. If I fold this at its half point, I would have a front and a back. I could do this literally all day long, except I can't do this literally all day long because I have people to feed and take care of and work to do to earn income. But I could because I love it so much. We're going to get rid of the excess paper. What if we made a little cluster tag? These didn't cut exactly right. I'll try them again. What happened here? What did I think I just a little bit of, there we go, a little white left over in a couple of spots. I must not have been paying attention when I did it. There we go. Got some cheesecloth. Looking for a job. I'm playing, girls. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have an absolute plan. I'm just trying to find a way. I was thinking, what if I could make this a double-sided tag? Put this in the front. I kind of like the fabric embedded in between the paper, to be honest with you. Let's see what other fabric we have sitting around. Not a whole lot. Well, I've got that. Well, it would make it a heck of a lot thicker if I just glue it together. I was thinking about trying to embed something inside of it, but it might be, I might just use it so that it's not white on one side. Let's just glue them together. Oh, I don't want to get it on my table. Be careful, Gracie. I could pull out my little glue book if I weren't being lazy. Ganna was going to go take a shower. So once he's out of the shower, I got to go check on my little man, and see what Mama can do to help him feel better. He hasn't wanted soup. I mean, when you feel sick, isn't like soup is such a soothing thing to eat? No, he still wants the sandwiches. I'm going to round the edges of this just because I think it'll be pretty, right? So, and actually, instead of round, let's do one of these fancy cuts. Making a tag, and I'm going to cluster some fabric, kind of stick with the theme. This could, it feels like it fits perfectly there. Okay. I like it. And it doesn't look like a tag, the shape of it, but we can still work with it. It's got to have a front and a back. This will be the front. This will go through the glue or through the fabric onto the paper because it's liquid. It will press through, and it'll also hold this layer on. So we're in good shape there, as opposed to just using the glue stick. I like it there, right? But let's put a little brad in it just to decorate it up a little bit more. I'm looking for, I just want like a plain, let's use gold. I have gold throughout this one. So let's get some gold, and I'm just going to stick it in here. Do I dare eyeball it? Because I don't know where the middle is. I don't know. About there? I don't know. Oh, that kid won't drink tea. Joyce, I wish he would. My boys are not tea drinkers. Landon drank a bunch of green tea this week because his girlfriend brought it to him because he wasn't feeling good, right? Because he's had this cold. So she brought him 3 cups of green tea one day with honey, and he drank it. And I was like, you little stinker. I said, you've never drank tea when I've offered it to you, but he drank Maddie's tea. So it's good. It's good. It's good that, you know, Maddie is softening him up a little bit and getting him to see other things that his mama hasn't been able to get him to acknowledge or see as benefits. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I'm looking for just like little things that we can stick in these pockets. Let's go back to our bin. This is too flimsy. It's not gonna hold real well, I don't think, although maybe we could just find a home for it somewhere. Coffee dye doily, that's just kind of hanging out in that bin. More needs a little attention. What page? This page needs a little bit of attention. I'm feeling like. This does not. This page, however, feels really, really lonely or something. I'm gonna put a tea bag. I do actually like that span between the 2 pages. Let's do that. Young love, right, Joyce? He would never drink tea that his mother gave him. Oh, I laugh. It doesn't bother or offend me at all. I'm just thrilled that she's getting him to do something that, you know, oh, I don't want tea. The boys know tea as mom's drink because my husband doesn't drink tea. My husband doesn't drink wine. So when they think of wine or they think of tea, they think of mama. When they think of whiskey, they think of dad. So, or coffee. I'm a coffee drinker too, but you know what I mean? Like my boys have never really been around a guy who drinks tea. So I think they thought of it as something that only moms do. So I'm so glad Maddie got him to drink some tea. There, that's really pretty. So simple, super pretty. The glue is going to be wet for a little bit, so that's okay. I'm going to look in my book again, like I said, for some other items that we can stuff in the pockets. But I don't want it to just be, you know, we have the leftovers, and I do sometimes stuff those in just so the next person can use them. But if I can make them something a little more special or a little bit different, make it into a tag or something, that's always fun too. I've got this kind of book page hanging. Oh, I have this little book that I made that we haven't put in a pocket yet. Let's put a little, let's see if one of these things would look good on the cover of this. I like the 35. Why do I like the numbers? I do. I hear Gianna moving around. Girls, these books, if you've made a junk journal start to finish, not just the book part of it, but also like the actual decorating part of it, this just goes to show you it's hours and hours and hours of time. It's just like a scrapbook where you're thinking of every little detail. That's really cute. Do I have just a smidgen of lace sitting around? Do I? Where's the lace? Where'd you go? It's right here. Just a little chunk. Let's go long, a little bit longer. I could always cut it down, but what if I did it? I'm just hanging out in the middle of there. I think it's cute. I do. I think it's cute. So let's just get started. We're going to smush and glue. That liquid glue will go through. I can feel it on my finger, actually. It goes through all of those layers. And I'm going to knead it for the paper. Oh, I hope it reaches. It does reach. You could put something there if you wanted to, like, not have that be seen. We could just glue. I got this little thing here. Why not? It's kind of grunged up and vintage. It says Evening Breeze. I don't know what it's about. It looks like a label almost. I don't get picky about that, like the other side of the staple showing, but if you wanted to, just you can cover it up with something else. But look at how cute that book is. Hold on. Is this dry yet? My goodness, this is so cute. All right, I have this little tag I just made that's sitting up front here. So maybe this little booklet can go in this back pocket right here. Cute. Cute, cute. I still have 2 envelopes. Oh no, this envelope. This is the one where I'm like, I would love to put a person in there. So let's see if there's any person in here that makes sense. It's kind of like you'll know it when you see it. It needs to be bigger than those. Oh, I like her. Oh, they're cute. Well, if you see one you like, holler out. Holler out to me. I'm not even showing you. Some of them are too modern. These are the bigger ones, which I do like. Ooh, she looks serious. Oh my gosh, girls, you are darling. This is newer than like the time period is newer than that other photo in there. You could keep all within the same time period. To me, I don't necessarily always get worked up about that stuff. Oh, aren't they cute? These are really great quality, actually. They're nice and thick. These are Tim Holtz. I like the little girls in there because they're kind of sweet and dainty, right? What if I stuck them in there with some fabrics? Of course, they really fit right in there. You love the lady in the chair, Linda? She looked like she had an English riding helmet on. That's funny as all heck. I love your guys. I love your comments, you guys. I love them. I love them. I love them. Keep them coming. Okay, this is really dark in here. I feel like something would be great around them, kind of brightening up. Like if we had like a little frame around them. Because their picture is black and white or sepia, and it's a little dark. Oh, that's just almost perfect. Amazing what you can do with the scraps that you have. Yep, look at, it's a little bit short on the edges, but that would totally work in there as a frame for this. Just to brighten it up a little bit. I wouldn't mind putting some fabric too, but maybe, or maybe one of these would make sense in here. Where are they all? Did they fall on the floor? Who took them? Where's my, I think the actual piece of paper with those is getting smaller and smaller. So every time I use it, it's a little harder to find on the table. Did I put it back in the box? I did. And the lace too. The lace would be pretty in here. Guys, you would not believe the mess I have around me. All right, let's see. Like this might be really pretty. The dream with the girls. I don't know where I'm putting this. This might just go in my, maybe this whole little thing can go in my my tuck spot, my little belly band. It'll fit down there. Let's cut it down a little bit more. I think I'm going to cut down this other red. I want it just a little smaller. So I'm going to cut down, there's like 2 red. It's like a little frame there. We're going to get rid of those. Oh, wrong one. Is anybody paying attention to what's going on with the Sparkle event? My friends Dina and Chris and Kathy are all sponsoring their big event, the Sparkle event. Has anybody been paying attention, or is anybody there and trying to enjoy it? I think I'm gonna, this is so dark you can hardly see their shoes anyway. So I think I'm gonna put this down here. And of course, maybe just a little bit of lace maybe poking out somewhere. So let's just grab a little slice of lace and see if it even makes sense before we commit. Well, see what happens? It doesn't really tear well. You have to cut the lace. Anyway, I do the one that I have. We just had that sticking out just a little bit. Yep. All right, so I know that I want this glued on there. So let's get it down. We know what layers we're going with here. So let's just get started. I should really make sure this is in a, once you set it down, the glue just starts to stick. So you have to be kind of careful about your placement. That is just going to fit in there. I'm going to just trim off a sliver on either side. Yep, and then let's get these 2 down. This will hold this in place this way. while we use this liquid glue to really hold it in place. Oh, we really used a lot. It's oozing out everywhere. Whoops. And actually, this little card, if I don't glue it down, somebody could remove it and do something with it if I didn't glue it into place. Oh, no, let me put these two closed first. There's a little envelope. This is so pretty. I don't necessarily want to glue that down to anything. So maybe what we'll do is let's put a little circle tab here for closure, and then this will go under the belly band when I find it. Here it is. So this will go here. Okay, so let's make just a little circle closure. And, well, it doesn't have to be a circle. This is so pretty. I've been kind of like thinking, where can I use this? Let's use this. All right, first of all, just to make it easier for myself, I'm gonna rough cut it off this big piece of paper and then fussy cut. I'm gonna cut that flower off because Mama doesn't have the patience for that fussy cutting. And nobody will ever know. Nobody will. Don't tell them, okay? Is my secret good with you? Oh, I went a little close there. Oh, well. Okay, I might have to get some blue ink and shabby this up, or brown. It has blue around the edges. So if I had a blue ink pad or even a marker, like I could take just a blue marker and try to recreate those dark edges. I cut it a little close in a couple of sections, so we lost the blue. So no worries. We're gonna recreate it. I'm just dragging the wide part of that along the edges to recreate that blue. You don't have to have Distress ink pads. If you don't have them, they are a major investment. You can use markers. You'll have less control with the markers, I think, but you can still use them. As you can see. Okay, this is going to be, that's upside down now. This is going to be the closure I want it on this side. So this is going to go here, and it's going to be, we're only going to glue half of it so that we can tuck that under and hold it closed in a good way. So I need the glue to only be like here. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? To make sure that my edges stick though, I'm going to put a little of this glue on the edges. And we want this. This is right side up, right? Yeah. I'm not going to glue the girls down. I'm going to pull this out so it doesn't stick right now, but we're making kind of like a little pocket for that corner, this corner right here. And that makes a closure without having to use a paper clip or something, and it's much more decorative, right? And then this, I'm going to leave them loose in there so that if anybody wants to take it out and use them, they can. This I will, for now, paper clip this down so that I'm not going to stick this in here, just in case there's any oozing glue underneath there, but I'm going to glue it down so that the glue can set, and then this is going to end up in that belly band right here. We're going to end up putting this in here, and actually I would put it in this way so that you can see the pretty floral. You can fit it either way. Doesn't even have to be straight. Okay, this is going to sit here. Needs to dry, so I'm going to just paper clip it to this page because this is where it's going to live. When it's all said and done and dry, it's going to live there. So that will remind me, same as I'm doing here. That paper clip will come off eventually. It's just to help it dry in the meantime. Girls, this is coming along great. I am going to use, and look at how big and chunky it's getting. That is called an alligator. They call that the alligator mouth, right? Because see how it's wider? The shape of it's kind of like an alligator mouth. when it gets so chunky that it starts to splay out on this end. That's called an alligator mouth. We'll probably have to work into this somehow. So I guess I'm not completely done. I got to do the cover. I feel like I'm pretty good on the inside. I will go through finally, like before I truly finish this up, I will go through the bin of stuff. Like I have the leftovers, and these will not go to waste. I'll either keep them for myself, or a lot of times what I do is I put out those digital printable leftovers because I have that. I can print it out again. I put them in here so that the person who gets the book can use them. And I got to do the cover, and I will, because this is got an alligator mouth, I'll figure out some kind of tie for this. So I'll think through the cover. That will be the next part, and then this book will be done. Wow, it does take hours and hours and hours. I dropped my mouse on the floor, so I can't even change the screen. Hello, girl. I mean, I could on my laptop, but I struggle with that because, you know, I'm one of those girls that struggles. What's that double-sided paper the envelope is made out of? No, it is a piece of decorative cardstock. I took a piece of decorative cardstock and I ran it through my printer with the envelope template, which is a digital that I had on hand, and then I cut it out. It's a digital envelope template that I had. So it's just a cardstock piece of paper, decorative paper, that had the brown, that dark brown on the inside was the decorative paper, and it was white on the other side. And I printed the envelope. Where is it now? The envelope template, when I bought the digital, that was the envelope template on a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. So when I printed that out, I did it on the back side of a decorative piece of cardstock that I had on hand. That dark brown was the piece of cardstock that I had on hand. So that's what that is. Lisa, to answer your question. Missy, I posted my printer here on the page the other day because you guys were asking me. It's an HP Inspire 7000 something. I gave you guys the link the other day. If you check my Amazon store, it's in the craft supplies you'll love section. It's also in creative business owner section, the supplies for creative business owners. And I love my printer. It prints really well. It has that ink subscription service. So I pay $10 a month, and the printer tells HP when I need new ink, and they just send it to me in the mail before I run out, so that I'm never really out of ink. It's the one I use is $10 a month because I go through a lot of ink. And it does double-sided. You can do double-sided, and you can also go edge to edge. So I can print my papers all the way to the edge without any white border around it, which I love. Thank you, Jana. That picture reminds you of your sister and I. Oh, how sweet. All right, girls, I better go check on my little lovey, my little sick lovey who's here. Thank you, girls, for testing out all my hashtags. Thank you for that. I'm so glad they're working. I'm going to be posting a video pretty soon about an overview of what's going on in the Craft Therapy Club this month, because I'm not sure, I'm not entirely confident that you guys understand all that's going on in there behind the scenes. If you're not a member, you're not seeing all the activity in there and all of the workshops and templates and free digital downloads. Yesterday, I sent out 4 prizes. We had 3 bingo winners and a Craft It Challenge winner from the last few weeks. So I sent out 4 prizes to club members for just their participating in the group and having some bingo fun with us or sharing their project photos. You're welcome, Jenna. So I'm going to be sharing an overview video with you guys pretty soon. I'm editing that today. It's Friday, so go Firebirds. I hope they win tonight. I hope more than anything that there are no injuries, major injuries. That would be a good thing. I always pray for that first. Then good sportsmanship, and then the win. That's my mama's heart. It is senior night, so we are honoring our seniors, which my Lennon is one of them. So it'll be a little emotional for Mama, but say a little prayer that all goes well for the football game tonight, you guys. Say a little prayer for Israel and all of the unrest that's going on in that region. Please say a prayer for all those families that are suffering and for a change of heart for all the the attackers. I don't know what you want to call them, but the people who are doing all the damage. You have a beautiful, blessed day, you guys. I'll see you soon. Check the calendar. There'll be a new calendar coming out on Sunday. I print the calendar for the week so you know when, where, and when you can find me. And if you want to get on that email list so that you get that email every Sunday, it recaps all of what we did the previous week. It tells you everything that's coming up this coming week. It does like a few product highlights. Just type in the word #insider, all is one word, and then you can join the email list so you get that. I'll see you guys later. Yes, tomorrow morning with the Craft Therapy Club, we're going to be in the Craft Therapy Club. It's our Zoom party, isn't it, tomorrow morning? Our Zoom craft party, open crafting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll see all you Craft Therapy Club members for a Zoom craft party and door prize. There's always a door prize with that. So yes, one day I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Have a good one.